I've been here at the college for almost 13 years. Will be going on in September. And I've worked in 3 different areas since I've been here. I worked for learning enrichment, which was considered, I can't even think of the name it was before, but I worked there for 10 years, and I worked with ESL students and GED students. That area was very rewarding because I was able to help lots of students come back and learn, get their GED skills in order to come into the college and start taking classes and work on their degree. Also, I loved working with ESL students because you met so many people from so many different countries. And a lot of times the students would come in and they wouldn't want to speak English. And I would tell them, they're like, I have such a terrible accent and I don't want to speak English and it just embarrasses me. And I would always tell them, you should be really proud that you came from another country and you put yourself in the middle of the United States and you had no clue how to speak English. And I would tell them, I have no idea if I went to Poland and I sat in this middle of this Poland and I wouldn't know a word of Polish, but I'd have to learn it. And I couldn't imagine doing that. And so I would tell the students, you should be proud that you made that attempt to come to this country to do that. With GED students, helping them, with some of their homework sometimes and things like that. And I loved doing that. And then I went from there and I went to counseling, which I loved. I loved counseling because I loved working with the people there. There's 17 counselors. I don't think there are there anymore, but they were wonderful to me. And anytime I had any problems with anything, I would go talk to them, and as they do, they're counselors. So they would help me with anything, and they'd say, well, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should do that. And so it was a wonderful experience, and I worked there for 1 year and 3 months, and then I had an opportunity to move down to another area. So I went down to enrollment services and worked with lots of new people, and so it was a really great experience. But my top favorite was counseling, so it was a wonderful experience. So that's where I'm at now. I was a stay-at-home mom for 12 years, and my son was going into kindergarten full-time, and so I started thinking, well, maybe I should do something during the time he's in school. So I applied at Kohl's and I got a job, and working nights was horrible. And then my niece says, why don't you apply for Moraine? And I said, I'll do it as a joke. They'll never call me, I'll just apply. And I put the application in my resume, and I got a call. And they ended up going to the interview. And one of the funny questions I thought was funny which they asked typically was, how are you with mundane tasks? And I started laughing. I said, well, I've been a mom for 12 years. I don't know how much mundane can that be, being a mom. And so, I got hired, and so I started in 2004. So from there, it went on. I think it gave me insight into working with students, and something I'd never done because I come from a banking background. So I was very analytical. It's black and white. You can't play with numbers. They have to be right, and they have to balance. So there was no gray. And here you came into personalities, you came into people, and you came into just experiences with everybody that you meet. And so it changed me that way. It made me think differently about school, and so that changed me in a bit too.